I don't think I will ever be a Pelian. So I'm never claiming you guys as if I'm yours. No,
Yeah. Would you remarry?
Oh no. Girls don't fall pregnant on their own, right?
Yeah.
Boys are involved. And the guys from Tembisa said to them, to the group of Atteridgeville guys, the Pelians, that if you had said what you're saying to each other in Tembisa, somebody would have died.
That skin tone is a yeah, okay. I don't want.
I've got a passion for developing people.
No, let us be.
I could have mistaken you for elite.
PheliVille Podcast with your host.
Dumelang Koketso, thank you so much for joining in. Welcome to yet another beautiful episode of PheliVille Podcast. My name is TK Mahodielo. I'm standing in for Brian Mshengu Shabalala. He's out on a vacation. Well, some guys are lucky we have to work, but not a problem. Today we've got a very exciting interview for you. We're hoping that you will always subscribe and share whatever that content that we put out here at PheliVille Podcast. What we're going to do today is that we want to inspire you. We want to build hope in the black child. We want to give people that thing that says it is possible for a black child to reach anywhere, wherever they want to go in life. Koketso, let's continue with our interview. Like I said, we've got a very exciting interview for today. Our guest today, she's a philanthropist, she's a social entrepreneur, she's a businesswoman, she's a mother, and of course, she's a giver as well. Koketso, I've got a member and founder of SCI, Supreme Cadet Institute, here in our studio today, mo podcasting ya rona. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming through. We appreciate you making time for this interview. Terminal 2, we bring people who are trailblazers in Atteridgeville, people who make a mark, people who make a change and build our community. And we saw fit that we need to bring you in because we understand that you've got so much to offer our community. Let me start. Mewaka, I want to know something. Let's start from the beginning. I want you to tell us about Koketso Ko High School, Koketso Ko Mabatu High. I want to know about that little girl before we go anywhere.
Okay.
Yes.
So Tabang, I was born and bred in the Northwest.
Okay.
I am the first of 4 children. So
Okay.
we're a family of 6 with my mom and dad. First 5 years brought up by my grandmother, who's Kulifuruti,
Okay.
in a village just 60 kilometers from Zeros. Then I started school, went and stayed with my parents, Kumafike. I went to primary school, Kodipetoko.
Okay.
And my favorite teacher then, my favorite teachers, I must say, was Mistress Matlolwa, Mistress Muahi, and those are the people who really, even though I went to Mabatu High School later, but people who shaped me really are my primary school teachers.
Okay.
And I feel quite strongly about that. That's where I found my base, my foundation.
Okay.
Then I went to Mabatu High School when it started, and I completed my high school, Mabatu High School.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Thank you. So you're a village girl, actually.
I'm a village girl.
Okay.
I'm a village. That's where I started.
Wonderful.
The real McCoy.
Thank you so much. I understand that you've been in Atteridgeville here, Mopeli, for at least about 32 or 33 years now, counting. What's the connection? What really brought you here, Mopeli? I mean, for 33 years, there has to be a good reason why you're still here.
Yes. I believe it was an excellent reason. I actually came to Atteridgeville in 1991. A friend of mine, Tabiso Mahodielo, that I was in varsity with, invited me to his home for a social, as they were called. And that's when I met my husband. That's when I met Tieho now, the late Tieho Moseneke. And we dated for 2.5 years and got married, and I've been here ever since. Yeah.
Oh, so makoti ya rena wena pila.
Ke makoti wa mopheli.
Makoti wa mopheli. No, re a leboga hle, re a leboga mme wa ka. I need us to go on a memory lane ya gago le abuti Tiego. What are the fondest memories that you would say, I'll never forget these days? No go etsagala eng? Just take us through a memory lane.
Well, we had a lot of fun.
Okay.
We were wild in our days. So we've been there, done that. We got married and built a business together. At the time when he built Encha, the independent girl in me was in resistance of working with him. So I always had my own business, KK Support Services.
Okay.
But we based our growth in giving.
Okay.
So we always believe that, you can succeed, but you need to be able to create a ladder for others to be able to climb with you. And we have found great joy in sharing what we have, in seeing and planting growth amongst young people. But we have had, we built a home which was full of love, full of joy. We transcended whatever problems that we had with just gusto and a focus on what we wanted for ourselves, for our children. We waited 6 years to have our own children, but when they came, all three of them came in 2 years. So we have a daughter, Didintle, we have twin boys, Koketso and Onkopotse. And of course, I always tell people I actually have 5 children because I have Bipilo, who is my late sister-in-law, Meriki's daughter, and I have my own niece, Urenele, who is my sister's daughter. She grew up with my children because they're more or less the same age with Didintle.
Okay.
So that's really you don't want to know. I mean, it's a long story. We had loads and loads of fun.
But I'm interested in something.
Yeah.
Your first date. Do you remember it?
I do. Okay, so I first met him Kosiminya.
Okay. Outside of Siminya, we la wisa ko kae. Cause there
was a guy, a partyist, I'll call him, called Magic.
Okay.
In the circles in Gauteng. And the first date actually was to a party, Koha Magic. It was wild. It was wild. He used to drive a car, an old beaten car, and I used to call it Muhoma. Because every time he drove, the key would fall out. But we had loads of fun. We had loads of laughter.
Okay.
Our relationship and our lives were really built around jokes and having fun and taking the mickey. He taught me to laugh at myself, really. So we've had a wonderful life, yeah.
Okay, Mewaka, I understand and I know you of being big on education. And what do you think is that one thing that really education can assist us as a people with? That thing that you say, you know what, if without education, this is what happens, and with it, this is what happens.
Education is key.
Mm-hmm.
It is key. It provides a platform to join in the economy.
Sure.
Whichever way you choose to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And when I say education, I'm talking more than just the books, which are very important. It's the skilling,
right?
The learning.
Mm-hmm.
And we have children, Tabang, that do not have an opportunity to go to school. And those that go to school, some of them get inferior education because our classrooms are overcrowded, because the infrastructure is not working, because the teachers are overworked. So education is very important. It also provides a sense of a start and a finish.
Sure. In
that children who get whether they start from grade 1, they look forward to grade 12, they're going to finish, in fact, they started grade 7, right?
Mm-hmm.
They finished primary school.
Yes.
It's an achievement, and then from high school, they go and finish their matric, and then they look and see what the world has to offer.
Okay.
So education provides for a platform of growth, a platform of discovery for children from birth, literally. Yes, it is absolutely important. You learn to know what happens in the world, in all the different facets of the industry of life, really. Yeah, so education is absolutely important.
Now, because we understand that there is a very rich platform of education within SCI itself. We want you to take us through what is this SCI. Just before we get to the Achievers Walk and all those, what is this Supreme Cadet Institute?
Okay. So in 2016, my late sister Moseneke and I approached dear Hoko Enche and said, we want to set up an institute to provide support for children in Atteridgeville. At that time, Meriki was a teacher, even though she's a Atteridgeville girl. At that time, there was a surgence of young girls, from the ages of 12 who were falling pregnant, unheard of in our time. And we thought we need to do something to support the teenage mothers, so that they don't give up on themselves, so that they learn from if they call it a mistake. But we thought at the time, and Teo agreed to then adopt and adapt SCI as a CSI project for Encha. But we did it for a year. And I sat down in America and I thought, there's something we're missing. By the time the girls are pregnant, we've missed the boat.
Yeah, it's gone.
It's gone. So can we do something to prevent young girls from falling pregnant? And that's when we started the SCI. And then we thought, girls don't fall pregnant on their own, right?
Yeah.
Boys are involved. So let us do this for a platform for both boys and girls. And that's why we started the Supreme Cadets Institute, where children come together. We provide transport, we provide food, we provide tutoring for them, we provide for them to do all kinds of cultural activities, take them away from the streets, give them a positive platform on which they can engage with life. They are guarded and mentored by young people. We used to say unemployed youth, but they're not unemployed youth. They are now rangers. These are graduates who could not find jobs, and we have provided them with an opportunity for them to get vocational training within SCI. And as they get the training, as they get involved in the logistics of arranging our outings for the children, administration and management, finance management, all kinds of skills that they get. When they get placed, we call them preceding rangers. Because they've been there, done that, got the T-shirt, and they still come. The preceding rangers, to assist the current rangers with the work that we do. So that's SCI. We started off with 40 children. We have now 120.
Wow.
120 children. And we have children from within the core of Atteridgeville itself, but we have children as far as Mshengu.
Yes.
So, and they all come there every Saturday during the week. They come and they get tutoring and so on. That's what we do.
Any other special projects? I picked up that you once did a project at Zigmakatu. Can you just take us through about that project that you did there?
Okay, so we got involved with Mem Jane.
Yes.
Mem Jane reminds me of my other teacher from primary school, Mr. Ndaleni.
Okay.
Oh man, just those energetic teachers who allow themselves to be children in order to bring out the child in the children. So anyway, so we started working with Me Jane, Tarani Kumakadu.
Yes.
By the way, she also used to put on uniform, like come on,
That was nice.
So, and when I met her and I sold the idea of the Supreme Cadets Institute, she just took it on.
Wonderful.
She was energetic about it. She said, what can we do? And so on. And I said to her, what can we do for you? So, these are cooperations and collaborations more than just one-sided. And she said, Koketso, class, it's enough. Yes, we have written to government and we are waiting for our allocation, but goodness, if we can get classrooms for our early childhood development department, we'd really appreciate it. So I went back to my source to Teo, and I said, well, we need money for 2 classrooms. And he said, well, I'm going to get somebody to help you. And he got Miles and Zama, a friend, a brother of his, they grew up together. Nice. And Miles did not falter. Miles came on board, and we built 2 beautiful classrooms and handed them over in 2019. We have just done the same at SK Moseneke Primary School. In Lotus Gardens, we built 2 classrooms and headed them over now, actually on the 12th, I think, of April. Yes. It was of April, right? Yes. So we try and provide infrastructure support where we can. Even at SK, when we started the classroom project with them, the one thing that we found out was just that their ablution facilities were in a very bad state. So we did a whole refurbishment of ablution facilities to give a child dignity. So that's what we do. Yeah. So we work with the 2 primary schools. And then we provide children with a platform that goes into high school. They remain our children as they go into different high schools, and we have now right from matric to grade 6.
Wonderful. Yeah. How do we link the Achievers Walk? Maybe let's talk the Achievers Walk first. What is this Achievers Walk, and how does it link with SSCI as a project itself? So, because of financial constraints, we can only reach so many children within SCI. So the cadets, as we call them, and the rangers, right? But we want to be able to reach a broader society, broader community. So we thought, let us have a community event. So an event that incorporates the whole of Atteridgeville, where we promote education, where we make education fashionable, where we let the children choose positively, and we motivate them. So we decided back in 2019, in fact, to start the Achievers Walk. Just that we stopped in 2020 because of COVID, but we came back in 2022. So this will be our 4th Achievers Walk. What we do on the day is that we say to not only academics, we say to professionals, we say to parents, we say to anybody that has achieved. It doesn't matter what it is that is positive, and this is the main theme. It has to be positive. Those people that have had positive achievements to come and showcase to the children, this is what you can be. Whether you can be a graduate, we have people with PhDs, but something, we have nurses, we have policemen, we have parents whose main achievement is having brought these children up that they have seen grow. And then we walk for 3 kilometers around Atteridgeville. And then that's how we then get the community to participate. It's a festive day, we have music, we have dance, our children perform. It's a day to celebrate awareness and create awareness around education and its importance. Now, are you looking into expanding this program maybe to other locations or provinces maybe in the near future as a growth point?
Tabang, I want to take it home.
Yes.
To where I come from. I have a home guilt that I am suffering because, I'm doing it all in Atteridgeville. But this kind of project needs you to be present. It's not the kind of thing that you can do remotely. And I would need to be in Mafikeng, Bukhai, to be able to set something like this up or to take people and train them to do it. At the moment, that's where I'm looking. But let me tell you something. We don't have a patent on SCI as a concept. And we challenge others that feel the way we do about education, about youth development, to do the same. And they can come to us, and we will gladly give them the concept to go and do it anywhere else that they want.
Yeah.
So we are not holding it on as if, other people are not allowed to do. We don't have a patent on it. We call it Supreme Cadets Institute. They might call it something else. But if people love the concept and what we are doing, they're really free to go and do it, and we can share
Yeah, I've been to almost all of them, and I could tell you the buzz, Oskuki, that we see that you create through this, the Achievers Walk in itself, says, if they can do it, I can do it, and we get to see the richness of our township and the kind of people who we brag about, and finally you get to say, wow, there's so many doctors, there's so many lawyers, and that is such a beautiful thing when you're making education fashionable. And I think those are some of the things that we need to fly our flags high and brag about them. There is so much samba, there's so much people who are living with, people have given up in life. And I can see that you guys are bringing back the hope, and we really, really appreciate that. I want to ask you something, Oskuki. Have you once thought, I'm tired, don't want to do this anymore? This has just broken the camel's back, sharp. But I appreciate it. I'm spending through my neck. I leave my family, and I'm spending time here. I don't want to do this anymore. Have you ever felt something like that once?
I've had challenges, but I've never wanted to stop. Oh, we've had challenges. We've had challenges of non-appreciation. We've had challenges of all kinds of things. I've never wanted to stop. I've never felt I should, because Taban, the joy that this gives to the children is so fulfilling. And now we have 120 children. If you have 5 children that are wayward, are you going to deny 115 because 5 are wayward?
No.
Or if you have 20 rangers and 1 ranger is wayward, do you give up on 19 because 1 is wayward? And if you are not appreciated in one circle, are you going to give up because one person doesn't appreciate you or one sector doesn't? No. The joy that I see, and you will see it on the 8th, right? The joy in the faces of these young people. Many of them, their parents. Remember, it's not just the child. Right. SCI provides a village. We've always said that children are brought up by a village.
Yes.
SCI provides a village. So this child is somebody's child, is somebody's sibling, is somebody's niece, nephew. So the impact is not just on the child. It is on the child and everybody that is in their universe. It is on the rangers and everybody in their universe. The impact is huge. So yes, there have been challenges, but I've never wanted to stop. I've never felt, no. It is just too beautiful, too fulfilling.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Scott, let me ask, how would you advise a 16-year-old Koketso looking at yourself now? How would you say, there's a young girl, she's 16, and knowing all the social challenges that our kids face, how would you advise a 16-year-old Koketso?
Start by saying, I've been there.
Oh, God.
I have been there.
Sure.
I have been 16. I have been young. I have been bright-eyed. I have been dreamy. I have been frustrated.
Sure.
I have been angry.
Yeah.
So start by acknowledging our journey next to theirs.
Sure.
So we've been there.
Mm-hmm.
So we are older now, and where we are at, but we have been there. There is no challenge that you are saying that you've had that I do not know about. So let's talk about it.
Okay. Wonderful. Love it. You're given an opportunity to become the president for a week. What is the first thing you're going to change?
Education, education, education.
I thought you were going to say that.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say that. No, thank you so much. Let's go back to the home. Let's go back to the family. We know that it's been a year now since you've lost Abuti Tieho, and may his soul rest in peace. how are you handling that?
Widowhood has been difficult. And many times in the past year, I have felt like I am against the ropes in a boxing ring. But Tabang, I made an undertaking last year at the walk that I will mourn my husband on my feet. And I have found reasons to stay on my feet. I miss him every day. It's unpleasant, the missing. Yes. But we had 30 years within which we built visions, a vision and missions, and it is carrying through the missions and the visions that we shared that keeps me on my feet.
Sure.
It is my children, my family, it is the SCI, and what it does, it is the business that I've had to take over and lead in his absence. And I've had wonderful support. Wonderful support. I work with Sidise, his nephew, Sidise Moseneke. I work with Ramalo Khunze. Khunze is an actuary. He's been more than just a business support structure. Khunze has been a family support structure. For myself and my children. I appreciate him and his wife Jeanette with everything that I have. I really do. My own siblings Lerato and Kapi. So I've had family, Mama Lume. So I've had support, and I appreciate that I've had the support that I've had, and my children have been awesome. And bringing them home from Cape Town was the best decision after, so that we can all mourn together. So I'm never going to get over losing Tieho, but I suspect that I may get used to the pain.
Sure. When we were burying Abuti Tieho, there was a song that he loved so much. He kept on playing it. I didn't even know. I was surprised that, wow, okay. Cleve Yakopitori plays this kind of tracks. Before I get to it, what's your favorite song?
Oh, what's my favorite song?
What's playing in your car now?
What's playing in my car? Can you believe that I am playing Madodana Awaset? I know. I was born into a Methodist church.
Okay.
I was bred, in a Methodist home. I was born into a Methodist home. I was bred in a Methodist home. And then I got married into a Methodist family.
Blessings.
So, Kimwesele, I was a member of the Blue Train in my youth. The guild group called Tireleto. So I'm a born bred, married into absolute Methodist. So I have been playing Methodist hymns. I love my jazz. I love music, and Tioho was he loved music.
Yes,
he loved his music, all kinds. But he loved Solimogulu.
I was shocked. I was shocked. I was like, okay.
And for all of us, it started off really funny, but he loved that song. And then when I listen, now I can't listen to it. I can't listen to it because I thought, did you know that one day you'll be saying when my day comes and so on. So I can't listen to that song, but it just became initially a joke around the family, and he'll be playing beautiful music, beautiful fusion jazz, even our piano and so on. And then in the middle of it he'll just play Soli Muholo. So, but that was him, and taking the Mickey out of any serious situation.
Wonderful. I was like, when you first met Tieho and you came to Pelandaba, what is this weird thing that you found about Pelis? Because Pelis stands out. Who were unique in location? What is this thing that you say, you know what? Next time
the joy amongst people.
Okay.
The jokes, the Mickeys out of each other. I couldn't understand how grown people could be making jokes about the serious issues in their lives. Like
that's how we did it.
You know what I'm saying? No, but they would also do it to him.
Yeah.
But serious stuff.
Sure.
And I would think, but why are you laughing about this? In fact, a few months before he died, he had come to Atteridgeville. There was something in it, and then he came home. He said they were with a group of guys from Tembisa.
Mm-hmm.
And the guys from Tembisa said to them, to the group of Atteridgeville guys, the Pelians, that if you had said what you're saying to each other in Tembisa, somebody would have died.
Yeah.
Because they laugh about somebody's broke. No, come on, you're broke, right? This is serious. You need to be feeding yourself, and then it's a huge joke. And everybody laughs, and they would laugh about what somebody's wearing, and they would laugh. But they're able to make jokes about issues that I thought they are just so sensitive. For me, at the beginning, I kept on thinking, but how do you do that? We don't laugh about. No, but they do.
Yeah.
Or they did. And that I found really quite funny. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. How about our language?
Oh yes.
Were you not shocked?
Oh yes. I'm like, how do you speak like that? But I grew to enjoy it. I really grew to enjoy it. I found Peli to really be fun. And I have found people in Peli to really be receiving and accepting. I've enjoyed myself here.
Nice.
I've really, really enjoyed myself here. So, and it became home. Teo's cousins became my family. His friends became my friends. And yeah.
Thank you.
They still are.
I want to know something. Now we're going to the part where we test how PheliVillian are you?
Oh my goodness.
I mean, for 33 years, no. You
Okay.
What's your take about Amapiano?
What's my take about Amapiano? What is my take about Amapiano?
Yes.
It's kiddie stuff. We've been there, done that, got the t-shirt, they have fun. But I tell you, for me, it's you're right, it's the language. It's the way you speak, the way you relate to each other as Pelians. I don't think I will ever be a Pelian. So I'm never claiming you guys as if I'm yours. No, but I have loved this environment. It has nurtured me. It has most definitely nurtured my husband, and Tiho always felt at home here, and I felt at home with him in Atteridgeville. Yeah. So, but it's been awesome to watch, to see.
If you had to compare the times you were growing up as a young person, as a youth then, and the youth today, what could be the difference?
Oh, the challenges now are huge, and they are cruel. The hard times are cruel. They have edges. You know, when we grew up, if you had a problem, yourself developmental problems, also they were yours to be resolved privately with your teachers or your neighborhood, your parents, your family. Now, Banabaruna, they have a problem and the world knows. It's on social media and they have to deal with that. And then you have there was bullying, but it was not this bad. Now you have Banabaruna are dealing with bullies at school. The problems of today are edged. They have edges. They are cruel. I don't know how else to put it. So our children deal with a lot. The social pressures are immense. And the social pressures on parents. And then parents take it out on the children. The unemployment rate is so high. It impacts on the children because when your father or your mother has lost their job, it means you are losing something that enables you to be part of a group, of a community. So Banabaruna, they deal with a lot. We do more than the tutoring, more than the social, the Saturday programs that they do. We also do family interventions because Banabaruna, just because they are rangers and cadets, does not make them perfect. Far from it. Neither does it mean they are safe from the challenges.
Mm-hmm.
So we do family interventions. They are still teenagers,
Mm-hmm.
so we have to deal with teenage
Yeah,
problems.
Mm-hmm.
I had to do a family intervention recently and remind our child that you are the child.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
You are the child. And because there were issues in the family and so on. So bana ba rona ba ruele, man.
True,
You
true,
know,
true.
and they are really susceptible to negative influences in society. They see, and that is why it is important for us to do the achievers
Oh,
work,
yes, yes.
because they see people who do wrong things
Mm.
achieve in
Oh,
their
yes,
minds.
yes.
These are the achievers,
Yeah.
and so on. But we need to say to them, you can achieve in positive ways.
Sure. Now that you've touched on the achievers work, let's go back to it for a bit. So, what should we look forward to this year? Maybe take us through, when is this thing going to happen? Where is it going to happen? What's that one thing that people should look forward to
The excitement.
this year? Okay.
So it's going to be on the 8th.
Okay.
And we do it on a Saturday. We try and do it on the day after the last day of school.
Okay.
Because then after that, our children come from Limpopo, Mpumalanga, everywhere. If we don't do it then, because we're trying to do it also during the June month
Oh, yes.
for promoting youth month and so on. Sure. So we do it at Mbolekwa. First thing in the morning, our children are going to be all dressed. They're going to do their pledge. We're going to have a prayer. We're going to cut the ribbon, and then there is music that leads us on the 3-kilometer walk. We have people that come in there. I mean, the most exciting thing for me, I've seen Atteridgevillians who see us walking and they run into their houses to go and get their gowns from a long time ago. And they come and join this festivity.
That's nice.
Our children perform along the road, along the 3 kilometers, and then we go back to Mbolekwa, where we have an all-day performance of music, of song and dance, of speeches. And this year what we are doing is we are promoting small businesses. So we have stalls, food stalls, and we have about 4 or 5 Atteridgeville people, entrepreneurs that are going to cook and sell their food.
Yes.
And yes, we have songs, we have song and dance.
Looking forward.
Yeah.
It really becomes a colorful vibe, and I'm calling on all Atteridgeville people to be there on the 8th of June at Mbolekwa. Get your regalia.
Yes.
Just showing off, you know what,
Yes.
I've achieved something.
Yeah.
And this is the only time that we can show our pride and fly our flag. Remember, Atteridgeville is known for the level of education in this locality. A lot of people in Atteridgeville are super, super educated. And I'm proud to say that. I'm not even afraid to say that. So this is one way of showing it off. And we're definitely going to be there, Askoki. And the community of Atteridgeville for once have got that beautiful thing that say, Ki into Arona, you know. But I still want to go to how Atteridgevillian are you? Right? See, everyone that we bring here, we delve deep into how Peli or how Atteridgevillian they are.
Okay.
But then I'm going to play a quiz with you.
Yes.
I mean, you play with kids half of the time, I gather. So I'm going to find the child in you.
Okay.
So I've got a question. This one is called Would You Rather?
Oh my
So you have
goodness.
to pick one out of the two.
Okay.
Ne? The first one is, would you rather be in Pretoria or Mafikeng? Careful, or sorry, home.
And I can be in both, ne?
No,
I
pick one.
can be in both.
Mafikeng or Pretoria?
Mafeking.
Okay,
Excuse.
all right.
Why did you ask me that?
No.
Both.
Next question. Next question.
Yes.
Would you rather have Spatlo or Mkhodo?
Spark. I've grown to love spark.
Is it? I'm tempted. I want to know why, but it's fine.
Yeah.
Let's go to the other one.
Mm-hmm.
Would you sing or dance?
Dance.
Okay, that's fine. Tea or coffee?
Tea.
Would you remarry?
Oh no. Oh no. Not even. Oh no. Oh no. No.
Ne ke re mokgalabanyana mongwe wa ko Selborne site maybe a if ana le khatlego a kana a ke motse ra emenyana ne.
There is no one who
Yeah.
could step into Teko's shoes.
No.
Nothing.
Ne.
No, this is it for me. Gee, wow. I have enough for a lifetime, thank you.
That's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Meoka. I want us to talk about the structures that just formulate the SCI, the kids. I know that it's got different levels.
Yes.
And maybe if you could just take us through. I know that we've got a young person here with us today.
Yes.
And we'll just bring him on.
Yes.
And you just tell us what he's going to do with us here
Okay.
today. Sure.
Alright.
Just take us through the different
The
levels.
structure.
Yes.
Okay. So when we started the Supreme Cadets Institute, and I said to you, we thought by the time they are pregnant, it's too late.
Mhm.
We then thought, let us start recruiting from grade 6.
Okay.
That way we have children from grade 6. They are still in primary school, but they are still pliable. And then you take them, they go to grade 7. By the time they get to grade 8, it's a different world. Grade 8 is a different world. From the protected environment of a primary school to the wilderness of grade 8, children get lost. But within the SCI, if you are there, it still provides you with a home, a platform to come back to.
Sure.
So we have children from grade 6 right up to matric. Over the years, children have gone through. So those are called the cadets. Okay? And then the cadets are looked after. The program is actually run, my heroes are the rangers. The previously unemployed graduates who are now the rangers, and they are the management team of SCI. And what they do, the daily administration, but also they oversee the programs for the children where they come together, from making sure that the children are well transported, they are fed, they have uniform, they have their pledge, which is an undertaking that the young people make to themselves and to the institute. So we have those are, and then we have ourselves and a few other people that are the patrons. So patrons are almost like a board of trustees that are responsible, that raise funds, that make sure that the institute runs, and it is myself at the moment. It is Jerita Mutsulokani, who's also a friend and a sister. It's Imogen Mate, a colleague, a sister, and then we now have Consilia Babi Talani, who has joined us as part of the patrons. These are the active trustees. And then we have the pillars, right? And the pillars, our elders, Bomejaini, we have Bomapula, Koketso, who's with the SAPS. You're also our pillar. We appointed you as such. So we have the pillars. These are people that we go to say, we have a pillar in Lifa Ngwezi. Now, Lifa builds our classrooms. He project manages, he builds the most beautiful, sturdy, strong, what a dedicated person he is, Lifa. We are eternally grateful to have him not only as a patron and a pillar, but as a project manager for the infrastructure that we try and build together. So that's the structure. Then, of course, we have the principals of the schools that we work with, and some of the teachers are actually tutors. Also, they come in on Saturday to provide academic tutoring. And then we have coordinators, which are teachers in the school who help coordinate our children in the school and deal with us. And so that's the structure. Our children have a pledge. Our children have a pledge that guides their behavior, that guides what they become. And I said to you earlier, Taban, just because a child is a cadet doesn't make them perfect, right?
Sure.
And for me, the most painful thing since we started has been when we have had to dismiss a child. It's been painful. But one has had to make choices between saving the cohort and removing the children that are disturbing what happens here. And I always say to our rangers, because it's a painful thing when the children, we go through the whole dismissal process. We go through disciplinary hearings, we call parents, we do interventions. I mean, it's a whole process before we decide this is where we stop. And I say to them, we are not God.
Sure.
We are not God. We are in these children's lives for a reason and a season. And sometimes our season ends. And our reason ends. And we need to be able to recognize that and save everybody else and go on. So yes, we have Ratile Mutau, one of our star performers. He joined us when he was in grade 7, and he's now in grade 9. And just he says to me, you know, Mams, I'm the best dancer. Because and I say, and who says? Everybody tells me that. That's very nice. Sure of himself. Nice. And so our children, we try and do that. Yeah.
Nice. Abutitieko once said, when you opened up your home to us to come to your beautiful home, and you said, no, Tabang, come and let's do some of our programs from home. I was surprised that you would do that. But when Abu Titiho were there, he said, whenever you want to help a community, start within your perimeters. And I've heard that through your program, everything else starts from here. You started right here. And I think it's an advice that I actually want to echo to everyone out there, that whenever you want to help a society, and I see what you've done, that you use everyone that is around you, the teachers, the community members, the local business people. It's a community that you've built, and I think I have to applaud you for that. For now, let's bring in a cadet. We've got a cadet here today who's going to recite a pledge for us. His name is Oratile Mutau, a member of Supreme Cadets Institute. Come this way. All right. That's fine. Come. Right. Welcome.
Thank you for having me. I'm great. How are you?
Good. You look beautiful.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay. What school do you go to?
Edward Paturi, Maths and Science, and ICT School of Specialization.
Good. What grade?
I'm in grade 9.
Great. Favorite teacher?
Oof, there has to be Cecily, my maths teacher.
Is it? Okay. Yes. All right. Wonderful. All right. I just don't want to put you on the spot, but I'd like you to do the pledge for us.
There's really no problem with that.
Please, go ahead.
Cadets pledge. I pledge my commitment to the ways of the cadets. A cadet is guided by principles of integrity. A cadet perseveres. A cadet is honest. A cadet follows instructions. A cadet is open to learning and correction. A cadet must be kind to everyone at all times. A cadet is humble and polite. A cadet is ethical. A cadet is respectful. A cadet is responsible and accountable. A cadet pursues excellence in their development. A cadet commits to physical and spiritual purity.
Wow. Thank you so much, Ratile. How long have you been a cadet?
Almost 3 years.
Wonderful. You liking it?
Very much.
Okay.
It feels like a home to me.
That's fine. Thank you so much. Askoki, thank you so much. We truly appreciate what you do for our community, for providing the motherhood, for providing the love and the care. We as a community of Atteridgeville are really running short of people like you, who come out and leave their comfort of their homes to come and help us. Really, we appreciate it. Mohaitsu, wherever you are, please take note that on the 8th of June at Molekwa, we'll be there with the cadets, with the community of Atteridgeville, doing something called the Achievers Walk. If you've achieved anything, please do come and join us there on the day. I'm probably thinking that Brian Msheng will also be there. We will air this one. Just when we air it, please, meantime, you can just like and subscribe and share it with your friends and show them what Atteridgeville and Pelendaba is made of. Thank you so much. It's been a wonderful one, and thank you so much for coming through.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you so much.